See, this is the thing, right? Like, logos is our shield, right? Logos, logic, order. There's an inherent logos, an inherent order. Guess where it came from? God. It didn't come from some government. It didn't come from somebody wearing a tie. It didn't come from someone wearing a pentagram on his chest, acting like he's real tough because he's wearing some uniform when he's actually a gamma and has a low IQ. It doesn't come from the grabblers. It doesn't come from the people that built societies. It doesn't come from the ones that orchestrated the curriculum when all curriculum comes from the same two publishing companies. None of those people have anything to do with the inherent logos and order that's in creation. It came from God, the creator. The necessary antecedent of creation is a creator. That's where we get our order and our logos. That's why there's the Fibonacci sequence. That's why we have, the golden ratio, sacred geometry in everything, big to small, because it's perfect, okay? That's why we have this inherently harmonic existence where we have a firmament. It acts as like an insulator, in my opinion. There's this perfect magnetic toroidal manifestation around us, like just this giant battery. The sky's a clock. It's made for science. Everything's perfect, right? We have seasons, night and day. We have like a thing in the sky for nighttime and a thing in the sky for daytime. Everything's perfect inherently. Divinity is simplicity. Where the grabblers come in and then they drown you in complication. They keep the simplistic understandings and interpretation for themselves, because knowledge is power, but it's much more powerful when you keep it to yourself. So there's the esoteric, which is their little secret dressed up in the dark buddy games they play with their little club with the secret knowledge, esoteric. And there's exoteric, which is what they tell you, which is all nonsense, right? There's a group of people and they think that they're ethnically superior to you based on an esoteric ideological interpretation of their blood lineage they track back to the fallen ones. But they revere them as good things, right? The fallen angels, the watchers, yeah. They revere them as demigods, as like, okay, basically they think that God created everything, but that Lucifer was the architect of everything, and they revere him because he's the good guy. He wants to give you all the secrets, and God just wants to keep you in this little bubble. Because, by the way, they know the earth is flat and it has a firmament just like the Bible says. So that's what they believe. They believe those guys came to give us liberation via knowledge, and they think that they stem back to the offspring that came from when the Watchers took the women on earth as wives, and they think they're physically superior to you. Now, in addition to that, even though a lot of them look white, they don't consider themselves white. They consider it's them and then everyone else. And they do have like a hierarchy of people they hate, right? Like a slave has to be white for them. Like they'll have white slaves, but they like hate black people. So they do have like a preference, and you'll see that's reflected in society while minorities are oppressed, because the people that are white that think they're free, they're not, right? They're not. We're still slaves. 6 corporations own all your media. They own all the banks. They own everything. But you can see that there is actually a derivation here, or a differentiation, when it comes down to melanin, and so you'll see that's actually reflected in society. So my point is just like, dude, it just cops against us. It's the system against us. It's like the grabblers against us. It's banking systems against us. It's indoctrination systems, they call it education systems, against us. It's the 6 corporations that own all media that constantly lie to and propagandize us and brainwash us, against us. That's what it is. It's them versus us, okay? This is economic slavery. Please stop thinking you're special because of your melanin level, because you're not. And that goes for both sides of the argument. That's stupid. There's only one race. It's the human race. We have different melanin levels. Oh, cool story, dude. Get over it. We need to all come together. And violence is not the way, bro.